Welcome to the Stagecode podcast with Paris and Beck.
This podcast is all about bodybuilding, raw and unfiltered, from off-season to stage day and everything in between. Hi guys, welcome to episode 6 of the Stage Code. Thanks again for joining
Coming
us.
back.
Yeah, coming
Hopefully.
back. Hopefully each week you're coming back.
Yeah.
Every Monday, hopefully. We're going to start with our high and low again. So I'll kick us off. My low would be that I lost my water bottle.
No.
Well, I know where I lost it, but it was too late
The
to go
emotional
back.
support water bottle though.
Yeah. So I was looking after my boss's kids, and I took the son to basketball, and I left it at the basketball game.
That's the worst.
Yeah. But I got a new one, so that was
Yay.
kind of
Wait,
exciting.
is it this one?
Like cute and yellow.
Show the camera. Oh,
It's
that's
got
adorable.
a straw, so
We
it
love
flips
that.
up.
Hey, it's kind of like mine, like a little bit, but like same but different.
Yeah. So I just
Like
popped
a
it like
little
that,
straw.
and it's got a straw. It's got my lip gloss all over it.
So,
but-
stunning. We love I reckon the straw just like, I'm a child and I need one, and it just makes it easier
It
to drink
makes
my
it way
water.
easier to drink
So
water.
much easier.
Also, when you're not on the treadmill, you're not having to go like that, and then it goes all down your face.
Every time.
You know.
Every single time.
I don't know
even
how
have to be
people-
walking and I'll still somehow spill it.
Yeah, I don't know how people function without a straw.
Yeah, me either.
And then my high would probably just be that I feel a little bit better than I did last week.
Yay!
I'm still not feeling
100%.
woohoo, but
Yeah.
I'm in the right direction.
Yeah, that's good.
And I'm doing something exciting tonight. So that's kind of also my high, I guess. I'm trialing out something that I did years ago as a kid growing up. I did physio, and I just thought, why not just go and try and
Why
have some
not?
fun?
Yeah.
I might not enjoy it, but I might make some friends, but I'll keep you guys updated next week on how it goes tonight.
I can't wait to hear all about it.
So yeah,
And it's it's prep friendly, which
yeah,
we love.
exactly. Yeah.
Oh, I
So,
love that.
see how that
Yay.
goes.
Yeah, I'm so excited for you. I think it'll be really good. I love that you decided to do that. That's
Yeah.
a big win.
I just thought, put myself out of my comfort zone. I'm going totally by myself. I don't know a single person there.
Is it where you used to go? Oh no, 'cause
No,
you
so
moved.
and it's a totally different
environment.
So it's kind of like how bodybuilding has different federations, and they're all slightly different. It's kind of like that with
interesting.
physio. There's all different. So I used to do Edith Parsons. This one's called Apta.
Ooh.
So it's a bit different. So I have
Yeah.
never done this style before.
Even more
so-
exciting. Oh,
yeah.
I'm so proud of you for doing that. That's so
Thanks.
exciting. My low was going to be that Pro came out with sauces and I cannot find them anywhere.
Yeah, someone
And
please tell us where they are.
please, if you are in like the Shell Harbour area,
Even just we'll go to
Illawarra,
Wollongong.
I will
We'll
go to
North
Wollongong for this.
Wollongong.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me know where they are because dying to find.
Are they
them.
at Coles as well?
No, only Woolworths.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. So
It's so weird how the FroPro does that because
I know
the FroPro chicken
and the
you can only
dumplings.
get at Coles.
Yeah.
You can't get at Woolies.
Yeah.
Just put it everywhere.
I know it kills me.
Yeah.
But also, I get because it first started in Coles and then they branched out to Woolworths. But I'm like, okay, then put it both in both.
Streamline all of your products across both.
Yeah.
Please.
Pro, sort your shit out.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my low, and I've been to a few different Woolies and I can't find them, and I wanted to surprise Paris with them today.
I'm really
At
keen
least
on
one,
the aioli.
the aioli, but alas, I'm still in search for it. So
Yeah,
yeah,
we'll
if you
keep
know where
looking.
they are, please let me know. And my high is going to be that we are having a photo shoot on Saturday, so I'm so excited. So it's going to be like a brand reshoot / the stage code
Shoot.
launch.
Yep.
Yeah, shoot. So very exciting. I went and bought some little props and stuff like that. We have our shirts that we got made, and we've got a bit of an idea of what we kind of want to go for.
Bit of a vision.
Yeah, so I'm really excited about that. It's at Aura House in Wollongong, and
Yeah, it should be fun.
yeah, I'm very excited. So they're going to be my highs and lows. Let's go into prep updates. Though. How are we feeling?
So we're 6 weeks in. I'll be 17 weeks.
Yeah, I have no idea. I can't math that.
Hold up, let me check. Let me check. Yeah. So when you guys listen, I'll be 17 weeks
Ooh,
out.
that's exciting.
Crazy. I have had a drop, not in the last couple days, but since my last check-in, I've had a drop. So I've lost around 3 kilos, 2.5. 3.
Well, you lost 2.5.
Well, because it's
in
hard
one
because I
go.
started
Well, yeah.
heavy, but I weigh myself the day
Artificially
after
heavy?
I ate
Yeah. A bunch
pizza
of
and
food,
stuff.
yeah.
So it's hard to say
Yeah.
kind of where I was sitting.
Starting,
But yeah, I'm making good progress.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
We're heading in the right direction.
Oh, yeah, for sure, and the body's definitely responding well with the current protocols, which is definitely obviously positive as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I'm still feeling pretty good, like, I'm really happy that I'm feeling this way, I'm when I'm talking this way, I mean, like, hunger-wise and stuff, like, I'm not hungry
Yeah.
at all, like, which is really good.
Yeah, that's good.
Like, between meals, I'm a little bit like, oh, yeah, I get to eat in, like, half an hour, that's cool," but
Yeah,
I'm
but we're
not,
not like
like, sitting there thinking,
and do you get full from your meals still? Or not heaps full, but, like,
"Oh, like, I'm satisfied,"
satisfied?
but I'm
Yeah.
not like, "Oh my god, I'm
Oh,
so
yeah.
full, I'm not eating for 5 hours,"
Yeah,
like,
no, no, no.
but I'm
Yeah,
satisfied.
satisfying. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's good.
which is I think that's what's definitely helping.
Yeah.
And I'm really good at my meal timings and stuff. Like I eat my meals around the same time every day. Like
Which
I have
helps so
breakfast
much.
like 8:39, lunch is
Yeah.
always 12:30, my snack is always 3. Like that's something that really, really helps.
Yeah, just regulated
Yeah. So my
timings.
body knows when it's gonna be eating. So it
Yes.
knows those like hunger cues and yeah, knows, oh, okay, food's gonna be coming soon. So
Yeah.
it's okay, don't
Yeah.
freak out.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're chugging along, we're doing really good. I have another posing lesson on Monday night, I think Monday or Tuesday night.
Mm.
But I've just been working on my routine because we've got it pretty much down pat. Cardio is still the same, but check-in is always on the weekend, so,
Yeah, and we record
um,
this on Friday, so it's like
Thursday,
oh, sorry. Yeah, I don't know what day it is. Sure, Thursday. So, yeah, it's, like, just before
just before
check-in.
check-in.
Yeah.
So and it's funny because I always kind of, like, come in with not having a recent weight drop, and then I tend to kinda have
Yeah.
one, like, maybe the next day or on the Saturday morning.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that's what will happen because I haven't had, like, a drop for a couple days. I had, like, a 100-gram drop over the last, like, 2 days, but nothing, like, huge. Um,
So
I'm
weird.
sitting just above 70, so I'm, like, keen to crack under
Under
70
70,
because
yeah,
I'll be
once
like,
you're in the
"Yeah."
69s, you're like, "Ooh."
Yeah, I'm like, "Yeah, let's go." Once I'm
Yeah.
in the 60s.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty much it. Like,
Yay,
it's n
happy.
yeah.
It's chugging along, but it's like I'm gonna say effortless. Obviously, you are putting in effort and a
Yeah.
lot of effort, but it's like you're not, slogging it out in the gym sorry, on, like, the stepper or,
Yeah.
we're not starving.
It
Like,
would be
again,
really
it would be
nice if this
terrible.
continues throughout my
Yeah, no,
whole
you just kinda
because some
cruise
people
through.
say they have really easy prep, so, like, it would be
Well,
nice.
yeah, I mean, this is so not relevant in any way, but the Arnold's was just on the weekend just gone, and, Ashley Colt-Walser was who came 4th, this is her prep, she didn't do any cardio at all.
Yeah,
I'm like, "Oh, must
crazy.
be nice."
That's
But
the
there are
dream.
so many people that just do that, right? Like,
Yeah,
either their body responds negatively to cardio, so they have to just not do it, or, maybe they just don't need to, and they
yeah.
just need to
Or they start doing cardio at 8 weeks out,
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah, which is normally her, but, like, this time it was, like and she had more food than the Olympia, less like, no cardio, and she did it at the Olympia, and she looked way better at the Arnold's than
yeah.
she did at the Olympia, like,
Obviously, she's,
crazy.
like, a next level
Oh,
athlete, but
yeah,
it
she's
just shows
very
that
seasoned.
sticking to the off-season plan
Yeah,
helps you so much when you
yeah.
go into prep.
Yeah, massive, yeah. So, yeah. That's probably a kind of fun little win though that the Arnold was on the weekend.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was trying to watch it though in between, like,
Oh,
going here and there, and the timing is just so
yeah, it's
hard to
too
do.
hard. I just get all the updates on Instagram, and,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
everyone's posting a billion stories and stuff,
Oh,
so
yeah. You
yeah,
get pretty updated pretty quickly.
yeah.
Yeah, but it was pretty cool. But yeah, so we today are gonna talk about the things that no one kinda tells you, whether it's prep, just about competing in general. I think it's definitely we've mentioned a few things already on
Mhm.
the podcast, but we'll definitely kinda have we've got a little bit of a list going on. We're just gonna kinda chat through them. So I think we'll start with, like, during prep because that's obviously,
Yeah, I've got my little
yeah,
list
get your
here
lists
that we
out.
can refer to.
So yeah, I think the first one we'll probably touch on is
We've already kinda spoken about,
yeah, we've talked
obviously, the
about
cost of
cost of it,
competing,
but I
like
think, yeah, just really knowing that if you can't we just reiterating what we said in that episode, if you can't afford coaching, you better believe you're not gonna be able to gonna afford bodybuilding in,
yeah,
like, the competition
yeah,
itself. It is expensive, and if you haven't listened to that episode, absolutely go back and
yeah, if
have a
especially
listen.
if you're thinking about competing, go and
Yeah,
give it a listen.
yes, definitely. Um,
Guilt of missing out.
oh, yeah.
That's, like, a big one, I think, in prep, like, especially if you are someone that is quite social, especially someone that's, like, a bit younger, maybe someone that's like, I was
Or their friends are
20,
partying and
22 when I
yeah,
first
that's young.
competed, so, like, I was still lots of my friends were going to festivals
Yeah,
and, like, people were having 21st and things like that. So I think it's hard when you know that you aren't gonna get that full experience.
yeah,
But you like we talked about in the last episode of, like, prep friendly dates, you can still make it work. Like,
yeah.
I went to a friend's 21st when I was in my last prep, I just ate my dinner before I went,
Yeah.
and I left a little bit early before all the dancing and that
Yeah.
started, and I just
Yeah.
drank a Coke Zero while I
Yeah.
was there. So, like,
And
you
you
can
went to festivals and stuff like
yeah, I
that?
went to a festival when I was, like, 6 weeks out, which was such
Yeah.
a bad
I
idea,
remember you
like
messaging me
well, it
and
was
being
like a
like
concert, and I was there, and I was
yeah.
like but that was really hard because I thought there was going to be sugar-free Red Bull,
Oh, that's right, I remember you
and they
saying
had no
that.
sugar-free Red Bull, so I
Yeah.
just had, like, 2 Coke
Coke Zero.
Zeros, so I was, like, really tired because I was relying on the caffeine
Yeah.
from the sugar-free Red Bull, and
Yeah.
got to, like, 9 PM, I was like, "I gotta get out of here."
Yeah, I gotta leave.
But it is quite hard when you, like, my sister has a birthday dinner coming up in a couple weeks, and, like, I'm gonna go to the dinner, but 'cause she's
Oh,
my
yeah,
sister, but I'm just
absolutely.
gonna be sitting there, and I'm not gonna be eating the food,
Yeah.
which that is definitely something that I think can take a toll on
100%.
people.
Because then you don't wanna end up feeling like a bit of a, a shit friend or a shit sister or whatever it may
Mm,
be. But also at the same time, it can take a lot of energy to actually do that, but you, like, literally have to plan everything around it because you don't wanna get to the point where if you eat before, then, like, that's fine, but then if you decide to eat after, like, to kinda look forward to it, then you don't wanna end up being ravenously hungry, and then that's just gonna be so much harder. But also at the same time, it's like, yes, it is our choice, we understand that, but it
mm.
also doesn't make it any easier to have to sit there and, like, watch people eat. Like, it
Yeah,
just if the smell wasn't there, I don't think it would really matter as much, but
yeah,
the moment that smell hits your nostrils, you're like, "Damn,
and, like, food is such a social thing.
it
Like, what do
is."
you do? What do people do for their birthdays? You
You
go
go
out
out
for
to
dinner.
dinner.
What do you do
Yeah,
for your anniversary? You go out for dinner. Like,
yeah.
you're catching up with a friend, you're going for a coffee and lunch. So it's like it's hard when every social activity
Is
is
of
surrounding
the food.
food.
Yeah,
That
100%.
can be really difficult, but
Yeah.
you can
You can definitely
you
manage
can
still.
adjust, like,
Yeah.
I'm only but when it's my sister's birthday dinner, I'll only be 8 weeks in, so I probably maybe if I was 8 weeks out, I would maybe go, "Hey, like, I love you, but
Y
let's go for a walk or something,"
yes. Yeah.
because it can be a bit harder the deeper that you
Oh,
get
yeah.
into it because that food noise can become so prominent,
Yeah.
but right now, I'm not really in that stage
No.
of where I've got food noise, so I'm happy to sit there while they eat their food,
Yeah, definitely.
and I'll just eat before I'll eat
Yeah.
after, or
Yeah.
I'll sneak some food while I'm there,
Yeah. Yeah. That's the other thing as well.
not their food, like, I'll take
Yeah,
my own
your own
food in
food.
and
Yeah,
let's
yeah.
just
Tupperware.
clarify that to my coach
Yeah,
so
yeah,
she
yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
freak
I
out.
knew what you meant.
I'll take my carrots and sit.
Yeah, yeah, sit there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think as well, like most restaurants these days, like if you ask them to heat up your food, they generally will. Some of them will be like no because they don't want like a lawsuit if they do it too hot, but
Mm.
most of the time you can
I've done
kind of
it
have
before, and I've just said that I have severe allergies.
allergies. Yes, I do remember that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I have
yeah.
severe allergies, so I can't eat any
Yeah,
food.
yeah. Wait, and also as if they're gonna question that,
Yeah.
like whatever. It might meanwhile you're having like satay chicken or something like
Yeah, and I'm like,
that.
"What's the
Eh.
allergies here?"
But yeah, like there's definitely ways around it. There's things that you can kind of do. The other kind of tricky slash frustrating thing with that as well is that people will always comment. They'll be
Oh,
like,
yeah.
"Oh, sorry about this," and I'm like, "Just don't say
Or
anything."
pour you, like
Call you like, and I'm like, "No, no, it's my choice. Like, I'm fine. Just don't draw it." Like
you
it
just
kind of
gotta act
gets a little bit
normal,
yeah, it kind of
yeah.
gets a little bit annoying when you're like, "Oh, like it must suck that you can't have this," and you're
Yeah,
like,
thanks for
"Well,
reminding me.
okay, thank you."
Cool.
Like, does it affect you in any way? No, okay.
Sometimes I just reply to people in that, and I'm like, "Well, it's because 'cause I'm disciplined." Like,
Yeah, and then that just shuts them
sorry
up
that you don't
immediately.
have the discipline, not to be a bitch, but, like, sorry you don't have the same amount of discipline. Or when people are
Yeah.
like, "I could never do that," and I'm like, "Well, yeah, you
Yeah,
can't."
yeah, yeah. No one's asking you to.
Yeah,
Like, you're not
like,
in
I'm
prep.
doing it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, definitely. Yeah, so I think, yeah, that's definitely a big it can especially when you're like, however many weeks out and you're just kind of like, yeah, you're just getting a little bit annoyed with like all the comments and stuff like that. And then, yeah, sometimes it can just be like, all right, just shut up. Just don't talk about it. Just don't mention it.
mm.
Like,
Sometimes it is easier to just not, like, attend,
yeah,
and that
yeah.
can kinda go into our next point is, like, on loneliness, like
Oh, yeah.
'cause it is quite a isolating, like, sport. Obviously, there's so many people in the community and, like, it's
Yeah,
good to really surround yourself with people that can relate, but it can be quite isolating, especially when people don't understand. Because a lot of people don't get it.
no.
Like, I remember when I was at uni in my last prep and I'm like, "Yeah, I'm doing," but people are like, "Oh, what? Like, what does that mean?"
Yeah, yeah.
Or
Why
"Why
would you
can't you
do
eat the
that?
Subway? Like, just eat the healthy Subway." Like,
Yeah. Well, that's a glorified eating disorder. Why would you want to do that?
yeah.
It's
So that's
not.
when it can be quite
To have when you have to
isolating.
justify what you're doing to people that don't understand, because
Yeah.
that's the thing, right? They don't understand, and that's fine, but then don't go and put any, like, negative connotations on me because that's what I'm choosing to
Yeah.
do. Yeah,
And
I
I
think
think it can be lonely when I think sometimes people assume, "Oh, I'm not gonna invite Paris or I'm not gonna invite Beck
yeah,
because she's in prep."
yeah, because they sometimes will think that, like, they're doing
They
you
think
a
they're doing the
favor.
right thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, but it's
yeah,
like, just invite me anyway because sometimes I can make it work.
yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
if we wanna make it work and if you wanna fit it into your schedule and you wanna work your food around it, you will.
It's
So, if you've
absolutely
got a friend that's
doable.
in prep, just ask them if they wanna hang
Yeah,
out.
yeah, don't ever just be like don't ever just
Don't
assume that
assume.
they don't wanna
Yeah.
go. Yeah, because yeah, that can be really kinda shitty. Especially when, like, I think as well, say for example, like, obviously none of your friends bodybuild, right? So
Yeah.
they don't fully understand the commitment and all that kinda stuff. Where was I going with that?
You would
Totally
think that
forgot.
you've got
I know, literally, it's really bad.
wait till I'm 6 weeks out and then you're just going normal and
Yeah.
we're both just like looking at each other
Uh,
like,
what was I gonna
"So, what
say?
do we say next?"
Um,
Need a prompt like we're on the news, like
yeah.
a full thing,
Yeah,
like a
that's what we'll
script.
get. Um, yeah, so I think, yeah, it was just more about that no one is gonna be fully aware of about what you do have to kinda go through,
Mm.
but that doesn't mean that you have to just completely disregard that person either.
Yeah, don't isolate them
Yeah,
because
because you
they're
already
probably
have
already
to.
feeling
I was gonna
isolated.
say, yeah, they probably already have to, like, they're spending the majority of their time at the gym or, meal prepping or whatever, but yeah.
Yeah, like, you can't invite them out for dinner, but, like,
Go
invite
go
them
for a
out for a
walk.
walk or
Yeah,
invite them to the beach or,
yeah,
you know,
yeah,
not everything has to be around food,
yeah.
surrounding food.
I think it's definitely a big thing though that you kind of realize who your friends are when you are
Mm,
in prep. I think that was probably a big thing, um, who comes to your shows and like who checks in with you and who
mm,
wants to, like you said, go for walks instead. Like, let's go grab a coffee and we'll go for a walk. 'Cause I know you have to get steps in, or rather than hey, let's go out for breakfast. And then I'm
yeah.
like,
Like, I said I had a bad, like, mental health week last week, and, like, my roommate, Kiara, she bought me sugar-free soft drink and the
oh,
chocolate that I eat on
yeah,
my
yeah,
plan. So it's
yeah,
like, she wanted to make me feel uplifted,
that
but she was like,
gesture,
"Oh, I can't get you, like, donuts or take
yeah,
you out for dinner." So she got something that would make me feel a bit, like, more uplifted,
yeah,
but it was something that was prep friendly.
yes,
Like,
yeah,
just a
yeah,
simple thing like that to
yeah,
show that she supports me. It
yeah.
was
No,
really
that's really
nice.
special.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
What else do we have? Fatigue. That's a huge
Oof.
one.
I think that's probably the biggest thing that I struggled with.
Mm,
Like, I didn't care about I mean, I wasn't really that hungry. I didn't really care about that, like, whatever, but it was just feeling so fatigued and so drained, and no matter how much caffeine you have,
mm,
it doesn't matter.
yeah. It's it's obviously not the whole time, like, well, some people it is the whole
Mm.
time, but definitely when you get really deep because you gotta think you're not like, you're burning so much energy, but you're not refeeding that into
Oh,
your
no.
body. You're not
Yeah,
putting those calories back into your body.
yeah.
Like, fair enough, go and do your 15,000 steps every day and do the cardio and do the training, but if you're
Yeah.
eating 3,000 calories, like,
Yeah, it should be
you'll be
sweet.
fine,
Yeah.
but you're eating very minimal calories than what
Yeah.
your body is used to, but you're doing more exercise
Yeah.
than your body's used to.
Yeah,
So that's why you
definitely.
get so
Also, you're not
drained.
sleeping well in any
Yeah.
way either, so that obviously adds to it too. But, yeah, I think as well, like, your body is just on so much overdrive because it's constantly just burning, right? It's constantly burning energy, it's burning fuel. And again, like, you gotta, still show up in your gym sessions, you still gotta do your cardio steps. And again, it's all in like, yes, it all includes in that, but also your, like, carbohydrates is our main source of fuel,
Mm.
for the body. And when you are obviously in the later stages in the dieting phase, like, we wanna kinda keep as much protein as we can. We need some kind of a decent-ish amount of fats for, like, hormonal health and stuff like that. So the main thing that's gonna come down is
The
carbs.
sacrifice is the
Not
carbs,
that
yeah.
carbs make you fat in any way, and dropping carbs is not gonna
No.
make you lose fat, but at the end of the day, when you really wanna prioritize as much protein as possible to keep that muscle mass, fats need to be even, like, f a
And we're
decent amount of
talking
fats is,
when
like,
you're on low
the
calories. That's
yeah,
why the
like,
carbs get
30 grams of,
sacrificed
like,
'cause
fat
there's
is,
not the
like,
room.
adequate, whereas, like, carbs, like, if you I've heard of, like, some girls that have fucking 50 grams of
Oh
carbs a
my god, I
day,
know.
and I'm like, "Absolutely not." Like, the minimum 100, like, at least. That's so bad.
I know.
Like, what are you eating? Chicken and lettuce.
Yeah, it's bizarre.
Yeah, crazy. But, like, yeah, so it's just the kind of the one that has to be sacrificed, unfortunately,
Mm.
and so therefore, obviously, you will, yeah, not have as much energy because there's not
Yeah.
as much fuel there for the body.
It is like, that goes into another thing. I think sometimes in prep, it's sometimes you feel guilty for resting, like
Oh,
because
yeah.
you have that fatigue so you need to rest because that's where you're gonna get your energy because 'cause you're not getting it from food.
Yeah, no.
So you're gonna get it by resting.
Yeah, and
That's how you're gonna
recovering.
replenish your body.
Yeah,
But I think sometimes you can feel quite guilty for resting.
absolutely.
Like,
Yeah.
I definitely experienced that. Or, like, I remember in my last few weeks, I would do sort of one task, like, I would go to the gym, and then I was kind of out for the count for the rest of the
Oh,
day.
yeah.
Like, I felt like I couldn't do anything else. Like, felt like I couldn't even drag myself to Woolies.
Yeah.
So then I'd get on the couch, but then I'm like, "Oh my god, I
I
still have
need
to
to have
do
the
5,000
steps.
steps. I still have to
Yeah.
meal prep, and I still have to go to Woolies,"
Yeah.
and then people will be like, "It's okay, just do your steps, like, you can go to Woolies tomorrow."
Yeah.
But you get
Yeah.
so in your head, like,
Yeah.
because your body is going bam, 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 like,
Yeah.
you're on this hamster wheel.
Yeah.
You feel like you can't get off the hamster wheel because you think, "Oh, I'm not gonna progress if I get off the wheel."
Yeah. Yeah,
So
for
it can
sure.
be kind of a catch-22.
Yeah.
Like, you're fatigued and you're so tired and all you wanna do is sleep.
Yeah.
Then when you do sleep, you're like, "No, I
I
can't. I
need
don't
to
have
be doing
time."
yeah.
Yeah, I don't have time to sleep.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
that
it's
that can
hard.
definitely be rough. But yeah, I reckon for me personally, fatigue was probably the hardest part.
Mm. Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. It's definitely probably what I think gets people
Yeah.
like fatigue and hunger is that's probably what people are probably most aware of too. People that
Yeah.
aren't in that bodybuilding space,
Yeah.
they're probably most aware that you get tired and you get because everyone knows when you don't eat and you
Yeah.
don't sleep,
Yeah, yeah.
you get tired and
You're gonna be
hungry.
tired. Crazy.
Yeah. Body dysmorphia.
Oh, this is a rough one. Like, I think that obviously, again, right? Like, once you're super, super lean, and then you go, even during prep, though, when you're at your leanest, you will never feel like you're
Mm.
stage ready, ever, ever, ever,
I
ever.
I did not feel stage ready until the Thursday when I went into that room and I did a
We did
check-in
it,
with you
yeah,
and you
in the person.
filmed me.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
was the only point in
yeah,
which I went, "Okay, I can do this."
yeah.
So to think I didn't feel ready until 2 days
2 days
before I stepped
before,
on stage.
yeah, that's
Like, that
crazy.
just goes to show, like, you
Yeah.
don't
And I
you
think as well, like, when you've done it a few times and whatever, like, you know what your body can potentially look like, and yeah, I don't know. I think as well, like, you don't really realize how lean you are until you get, like, the photos back and stuff like that, or until you're not that lean anymore, and then you
you
stop
look
having that
back,
yeah,
yeah.
you look back and you're like, "Okay, maybe I was actually lean." But yeah, there was I don't think that I've ever had a prep where I'm like, "Oh yeah, I'm ready," which
Or
sounds
I look
so bad,
good.
or I look good. Actually, there was one time when I think I mentioned this in like one of the previous podcasts that I was in my coach's office when I was in Melbourne, and he has like the back mirror in the
Oh,
posing room,
yeah.
or in his office, he has like a back mirror. And I was doing like my check-in and stuff, and I was like, "Oh damn!" I was like, "Oh, I do have glutes." Like, okay, I am lean. But until that point, I did not think I was ready at all.
Yeah. And it's hard because everyone in the gym is like, "Oh my god, like, you look so shredded, you look
Yeah.
amazing."
You're gonna win.
Yeah.
Mm,
And in your head, you're like, "Oh, I'm looking at all these girls on Instagram that look better than me,"
yeah,
and, like,
exactly.
yeah, you really, really do struggle because your body is changing constantly,
And also,
constantly, the
like,
whole time.
you can literally look so different from when you wake up to after your first
Mm.
meal to bedtime. And every single time you look in the mirror, you're gonna look so different.
Yeah.
And it's so messed up. And we'll constantly body check. Like, it's really bad. But there's a guy in the gym at the moment who's in prep, and he is always body checking.
Yeah. I'm guilty of it. I body
Everyone
check
is.
all the
But
time.
he'll lift up his shirt and he'll do the
Mm.
abs and stuff. I'm like, stop looking,
Yeah.
because you're gonna mind fuck yourself.
It is really hard because 'cause you're spending so much time in front of the mirror.
Yeah,
When you're at the gym, you're
you're
standing in front of
posing.
the mirror, you're posing in
Yeah,
front of the mirror, you're
yeah,
doing your check-ins, you're looking at those photos to
yeah,
send to your coach.
yeah,
So you're constantly picking yourself apart. Like,
constantly.
it's a huge thing, especially amongst girls that don't even compete. So think about you if you're not
That times
competing,
a million.
picking yourself apart. Yeah,
Oh,
times that by a million
yeah,
because and you like at the same time, you kind of have to pick yourself apart a little bit because, your coach might go, "Oh, we need to get a bit tighter through your midsection or
yeah,
whatever." So
yeah.
and then you're going, "Oh no, look, my midsection doesn't look good." So it's really hard.
Yeah, there's a lot. And then that kinda goes into, like, so that was obviously body dysmorphia, and then, yeah, you never feeling enough, you never feel big enough, you never feel muscular enough. You like, there's just so many things. And then also, when you're comparing yourself to other people online that might be competing or have competed before, even comparing yourself to your last self.
Yeah.
I found that, like, in my last season, I was like, "Have I even changed?
Yeah,
Like, have I even
comparison's
grown?"
really difficult.
And that's rough as well, because obviously the whole game, we always say, like, just try and beat your previous package or whatever, and you're like, when you could then compare yourself to your last package and you're like, "Have I even changed?"
Mm.
Like, I don't know.
Like, I found myself definitely not so much at the start, but towards, like, the end of my prep, I was looking at the girls on Instagram that were tagging the federation in their stories. I'm like, "Oh my god, like, she looks so good." Like, I look nothing like that. Like, her back muscles are crazy, her shoulders are crazy, or, like, even these pros that you see,
Oh, yeah.
like, you think, "Oh, why don't I look like that?"
Yeah.
But a
You
lot of these
shouldn't.
girls have won, a lot of them are enhanced.
Yeah.
To these girls are in their, like, late 20s, early 30s, so
Yeah.
they've got, 10 plus
Years
years of
of
muscle
experience. Yeah.
development and
Yeah.
training. But you never know because, like, I might have already talked about this, but I remember looking at this girl, she won the regional show for my federation, and I was like, "Oh my god, she looks way better than me, like, she looks amazing." And then I went to nationals and I beat her. So it's like,
Yeah.
you just really
You have
you
no
shouldn't
idea.
compare yourself to
No.
anyone else
No.
because you don't exactly know what the judges like,
Yeah.
for
Not at
one.
all. They could have an amazing physique, be shit at
Yeah,
posing, get out, like, see you later.
yeah.
They could look amazing on Instagram, see them face to
Yeah,
face, and you're like,
posing, lighting,
"What? What are
like,
you
people
that's
are
not
only gonna
you."
post the best version of themselves on
100%.
Instagram,
And
like
it's gonna be, yeah, like, the
yeah,
absolute best conditions, best photo out of the 50 that they've taken.
yeah. Ooh,
Um, yeah, so I found that I was in my last, prep, I was looking for like, I remember being like, "Oh, try not to, try not to, try not to," and then I'd be like, "Oh, has anyone tagged IFBB?" And then there was, like, barely anyone that was tagging IFBB, and it was so good, like,
yeah,
for me, but because I was like, I had no idea who I was competing against. I knew one girl, because we were both under Scott, but other than that, no idea.
yeah.
Like,
I'm not tagging IFBB in any of, like,
no,
any of my stories or
no,
any of my posts.
no. There's a lot of people that just, like, not block them, what's the word? Like,
Restrict
restrict,
yeah,
yeah, the viewing of them, like, so they don't nothing comes up of them at all,
mm.
which I think is healthy. It's probably a better
Yeah, I would
mindset to have.
recommend not looking at who you're going
Oh,
to go up
no
against
way.
because you might do dangerous things, like, for example, like, I think if you are comparing yourself, I would talk to your coach about it.
Yeah.
Like, if you're thinking, "She's way leaner than me." I've heard of some people going and doing an extra 20 minutes of cardio and they're not telling
Oh,
their
yeah.
coach.
Uh-uh.
Or,
As a coach, please don't ever do
eating
that.
less and not telling their coach.
Yeah,
So if you are struggling with comparison and not feeling good enough, not feeling lean enough or muscular enough, just talk to your coach
talk to your
about it
coach,
because
yeah.
they'll kind of bring you back down to earth.
Absolutely, yeah, but don't let like, if they just brush you off and go, "Oh, no, that's stupid, don't worry about that," like, that's not good enough. Have an
No.
actual
Yeah.
conversation, be like, "This is how I'm actually feeling." Yes, at the end of the day, the same result's gonna be the same result, like, you're gonna stick to the plan and, just will s as a coach, you'd pretty much say exactly what you're gonna say here, but if your coach is actually saying that to you, like, that's not good enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely don't brush off, and don't feel like anything's not, like, not big enough or not, like, what's the word? Like, worrying enough,
Significant?
yeah,
Yeah.
significant enough to actually go to your coach because that's you don't just get coached to have macros and, or your meal plan and your training program and your cardio protocols. You coach to get coached, right? It's a holistic thing to kinda
Yeah.
look at, so
Especially in prep. It's
oh,
definitely a
especially in
huge
prep.
holistic thing.
So much of it is your mindset, like, so
Mm.
much of it. So, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how to, like, word it, but when you are in prep, it's your mind does weird things to you.
Oh,
Like
it honestly it has, like it's literally like it has a mind of its own. Like, your
yeah,
mind has a separate little
yeah.
mind
No,
that
literally. It's like
yeah.
that's why people say prep brain. It's like
Yeah.
pregnancy brain.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
your brain does weird things to your
Yeah,
body.
yeah, yeah.
So, yeah, if you're feeling sort of weird feelings, just talk to
Reach
someone
out.
about it because
Yeah.
most likely your coach has gone through it,
Yeah, oh,
so
yeah.
they can talk you through it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And again, just kind of feels like it's a little bit more normal, like, if that kinda makes sense, like,
Yeah, they'll
yeah.
be like, "Totally okay,
Yeah,
totally
yeah,
normal." Yeah.
absolutely, yeah. Oh, yeah. Or this is one that I definitely kind of got, especially in my last prep. I didn't realize how much it was until I was out of it, but my hair was really like, I have very thin hair already, but it was like I call it like it's like the widow's peak thing that like the peaks
Oh,
here.
yeah.
I don't know what it's called, but, that's what I feel like. Like, I just got so much
Like your
thinning of my
hairline.
hair
Yeah.
here. Yeah, and, like, because obviously when you're in prep, like, your hair's just constantly up in a friggin' bun,
Constantly
slicked
up
back
because
with
it's
sweat.
constantly sweaty. Yeah.
Yeah, like, it's just disgusting. But I, like, lost a lot of hair, like, yeah, in my kinda hairline, like that M, whatever that M is, that like the guys
I know
get.
what you mean, like, you've
Yeah,
got a
that's
point
what.
here and it
Yeah,
goes
and it
like
just goes to
mine,
that.
you can see mine kinda does it
Like,
a little
everyone's
bit.
does
Yeah.
naturally, but, like, I just felt like I'd lost so much hair in that part, and I was like, "Oh my god." But,
Mhm.
yeah, I think 'cause, like, just obviously, again, your hormones aren't exactly optimal at that point, and, you're, yeah, you're just not recovering well, so how can you be, growing new hair follicles and skin follicles and all the kind of stuff, and
Mm.
if you're all of that's kind of out the window.
Yeah. It's similar with, like, acne, especially when you're sweating. Like, you're
Yes.
sweating
Oh, yeah.
like, if you're doing 5 days of cardio, like, you're sweating all the time.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I definitely like, I don't really get acne, but I definitely noticed I'd had a lot more pimples and stuff
Yeah.
when I was in prep due to all the sweating, and then
Yeah.
again, your hormones just aren't regulated.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, it can definitely be affected for sure. And then coming out of it as well, same kind of situation. Like when you're eating different foods and all that kind of stuff, it
Yeah,
can definitely
and
make you break
sugars.
out. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I just remember like my skin was just ugh, I didn't maybe just got like pimples, but like it wasn't like acne, but it was like
Yeah.
just pimples. But then you just feel just like dull in your skin as well. But yeah, definitely the hair thinning was like a big thing that I struggled with. And my
Mm.
skin, it would get really dry. I was actually really
Dry
good.
skin,
Yeah, I
yeah.
was so on it with like moisturizing and drinking
Much water.
so much water. But then then you're peeing so much,
Yeah.
it's the whole thing, and then you wash your hands, and then it goes dry again, and you're like, oh my god. But yeah, and my lips were really dry too. Like that's kind of like the sign that I'm like, oh yeah, all right,
Yeah. That's
we're in
another
it.
thing. You will most likely, towards the end, be up multiple times a night going to the bathroom.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And people are like, "Why?" And it's like, "Well, because you're drinking so
Yeah,
much
so much
water
water.
and you're also
Yeah,
not eating as much." So it's like it just
straight.
goes straight through you.
Yeah,
It's like you
absolutely.
drink and then it's like, "Okay, time to go to the
Yeah,
toilet."
yeah, we gotta wee now. And also as well, like when you're especially when you're sleeping, if you are actually sleeping and that's where your body is trying to recover as much as possible. And the way that it's gonna excrete, the that metabolized is through urine, right?
Mhm.
So obviously through, feces and urine. But if you're, drinking a lot of water, and that's why people say like drinking water actually helps you lose weight because it does, right? Otherwise, if you're not dehydrated, sorry, if you're dehydrated, you're not going to be weeing as much.
Yeah.
Therefore, you're not going to be excreting those, whatever that turns into. I don't know. Anyway,
We're not
she's an exercise
scientists. We're not
scientist.
sci we're not
I
well,
am.
she's an
Yeah,
exercise sci
yeah.
we're not biologists.
Yeah. But yeah, that's essentially how like also why you do end up kind of winning so much. But yeah, it's definitely a lot of the water is just going through you.
Yeah, and then I think another probably the last big one during prep would be, like, pressure and self-expectations,
Oh
and
yeah.
also expectations from other people.
Yeah. Especially if you have competed before. I think when you're first in it, you don't have any expectations because you're like, I'm new at this. Like it's all fine, it's all sweet. And it's really hard to not like most often when you get a medal or whatever, everyone's so surprised or when they if they win or they place or whatever, you're so surprised that that's what you did because you're like, "I'm new, like, what the hell?"
Yeah.
And you don't have any expectations. Whereas if you win and then you go and compete again, you're expected to win again, whether
Mhm.
it's from yourself or from others, but also as well, like, if you're in the gym and stuff like that, especially if it's not really a common thing to kind of have. And obviously in a gym, you look like a freak anyway, whether like if you're in prep, you're lean, you're jacked, you look like a freak.
Everyone's looking at you going, "Whoa,
Well,
she's lean, like,
yeah,
why does she
right?
look like that?"
Yeah, like, "Oh, she must be competing," and then you look amazing because, like, you're kind of being compared to everyone else in the gym that isn't in prep,
Mm.
right? Then people are like, "Oh my god, you're gonna do so well, you're gonna win," and it
Yeah, you're gonna
doesn't mean
smash it,
shit. It
yeah.
does not mean shit. Like, it doesn't matter how amazing you look. I know it's a sport on physical appearance, but it doesn't
Yeah.
matter. It unfortunately does not
No,
matter.
it doesn't.
And, like, again, those people are not actually designed to or, they're not trained to know exactly what they're
What the
looking
look
for. They
is,
just see
yeah.
that you're really lean and that you've got muscle and, oh, that must mean that you're gonna win.
Mhm.
Whereas, like, yes, there are people that go on stage that aren't as lean as what they could be. But also as well, like, I know for me personally, my genetic structure does not allow me to get those first place medals, unfortunately. Like, but I know that, but how am I gonna explain that to someone?
But everyone in the gym's like, "What do you mean? Like, you got
Like
huge glutes and huge
yeah,
muscles, like,
yeah.
you look so lean."
And I'm
But
like,
you're
"Yeah,
like
but my ribs stick out."
yeah, you're
Like,
like, "There's girls that
it's
hit the mark better than I
yeah.
hit the mark."
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, and it's just so hard, I think, to explain that, and then, you go, "Oh, no, no, no," try and, like, kind of make it a little bit more, like, I don't know, like, try and get their expectations to bring back down, and they just think you're trying to be, like, modest or something, and you're
Yeah.
like, "No, no,
Yeah.
no."
But touching on what you said before, like, competing bef like I'm in my second prep now, so I've competed once before. I definitely am, like, putting this pressure on myself because, like, in the first time, I feel like, oh, it's kind of okay if, like, you drop out because, like, you don't know what to expect your first time. But then, like, I kind of feel this extra pressure now, especially with what I'm doing now, like the podcast and doing posing coaching. I'm like, well, I can't drop out now because that's going to affect like my business. And not that I'm thinking about dropping out, but now when I'm like struggling with my mental health, I'm like, oh, maybe it would be easier if I
Mm,
wasn't in prep.
yeah.
But I'm putting that pressure on
On
myself because
yourself,
I'm like,
yeah.
well, that's embarrassing because I'm saying that I'm a posing coach and I can't even get through this prep,
Oh, I
or
see, it's not even
I'm
the
doing
same
this
though.
podcast
Yeah.
and like, so you definitely put that pressure on yourself.
Yeah.
And also I put this pressure on myself to look better than I did the first time because especially because I've had such a long off season,
Yeah.
I'll be like, "Oh my god, I need to look better than the last time." So it's definitely difficult to put
But
pressure
then
on
you're
yourself.
also coming into a new federation, you
So
know,
that's what I have to remind
it's a
myself.
very
Yeah.
it's almost like you're new again.
Yeah.
You just unfortunately know what you're gonna feel like.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's so different, it's completely different, judges, different criteria,
Yeah.
different posing, everything is different about it. So it is kinda like
Kinda like I'm a newbie
you're a
again.
newbie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But then again,
100%.
like you said, people in the gym don't
Don't
really
know, yeah, they
understand
don't
that.
get that,
So,
yeah.
like, when I've competed before and I've gotten medals and then, like, I might go to this comp and get 0 medals, and
Mm,
people might think, "Oh, like, she didn't do as good as she did last time."
yeah.
But it's like you said, it's a totally different federation.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
a totally different ball game.
And I'll say a lot more competitive, like, just
Yeah,
straight up being
definitely. The
fully
caliber
honest.
is very
Yeah,
different.
yeah.
Very, very different.
Not to say that, like I said, there's anything less, but
Yeah,
it's
no, for sure.
definitely, yeah, a bit more of a
You
people.
don't let's just say you don't get a lot of first timers
Yeah,
in IFBB.
yeah, yeah.
Like, you definitely get a few, but
Yeah,
not
yeah,
as many.
yeah.
Like, ICN is predominant, probably like 80% first
Yeah.
timers, I
Oh,
would
yeah,
say.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, absolutely.
But now we'll talk a bit about more sort of post-comp, the feelings that because it doesn't end when you get off stage.
Oh, no.
Like,
No,
it's
no, no,
almost
no.
just like a whole
It's
'nother
worse.
cycle is just beginning.
I reckon it's worse.
Yeah, I agree.
Mentally.
Yeah,
Actually, yeah, no, and
like,
physically, I'll say.
worse in some ways, but not in like, easier in a way that you're not having to, like, kinda tick the boxes, but if you
Yeah.
want a sort of a successful post-show experience, you do kinda have to
Yeah, you
tick the
can't just go
boxes.
completely off
So
the
it's
rails
yeah,
and
it's hard.
it's you are your own worst enemy
Mm.
post-prep. You are absolutely your own worst enemy. And then, same thing though, like the comparison of other people. Oh, I'm only 2 kilos up post-show and I'm 5 months post-show. Like, absolutely not. Could
That's why I
never be
never
me.
shared on socials,
I
like,
would
how
have,
much weight I
I literally
was.
would have been, I reckon, up 5 kilos in 2 days.
Yeah,
Just
I
because.
think in that first week, I gained
Oh,
about
yeah.
5
Oh,
kilos.
yeah,
Yeah.
easily. Like, just because your body is like, my body is a friggin' sponge when it comes to anything salty. So, the moment I introduce salt back into my life and, carbohydrates, my body weight will respond
Yeah.
dramatically. I didn't look at it, but my weight itself was way up. And you kind of get on the scales and you're like, "I know it's gonna be up. I know it's gonna be up, but we'll just kinda see. We'll just rip the Band-Aid off." And especially when you're doing, like, back-to-back shows, like, I remember from my Sydney show, we went to Outback Steakhouse, so it was like this steak rib and chicken combo thing, and even just, like, the chicken and, like, the steak and the ribs, they obviously, like, they had seasonings and stuff on it, so it was so much more salt than what I, was
Was
used
used
to,
to.
and I couldn't even remember how much weight I put on, but, um yeah, it was definitely a lot more than what would be ideal, but obviously that came back down because I got back on track, drank a lot of water that day and all that kind of stuff, and it was fine. But just because your body weight goes up doesn't mean your body fat goes up, and I think a lot of people kind of spiral when they see that number go up,
Mm.
because it's kinda hard though, right? I'm like, even if you don't wanna look at it, like, that's fine, but then also we kinda need to make sure that you're not putting on an unhealthy amount in such a small amount of time because then you get all these other issues that happen
Yeah. Well, because, like,
outside of the mental.
people are like, "Oh, why do you gain weight so quickly?" But, like, people that don't know, like, you haven't had freedom,
Yeah,
in quotations,
yeah,
around food for 4 or 5 months,
yeah,
and then all of a sudden, you wake up and you're like, "I can eat whatever I want."
yeah,
Like,
and the
I
food
can
is
get delivery right now if I wanted to,
yeah,
and I couldn't
100%.
do that yesterday, so,
Yeah,
like, I gotta do it
I gotta do
today.
it today.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I think as well, like, when you're at that point, I realized in my last prep that your body will scream at you with what it wants. So I was, like, craving things like avocado and, like, full eggs and, like, cottage
I
cheese
was
and
not
stuff.
craving that.
Oh,
I
I
was
was like,
craving, like
"Give me a bagel with, like, smashed avo on it," and I'm like,
really?
"Oh," like, the thought of
See, but
that,
that's, like, healthy. Like,
I
I was
know,
craving, like
but it's because my body was needing, like, fats.
yeah, okay, see, I just wanted, like, all the sweet
All
shit
this
that I could
yeah,
find
yeah,
and, like,
so
pizza.
yeah, 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 always pizza. But, yeah, that's what I found, my body was screaming at me, like, "This is what you need," and I think it's the first time I've been truly intuitive with what. Otherwise, yes, I could have just been like, "Oh, I could smash a fucking pizza right now or a kebab or whatever." But at the same time, I'm like, "No, no." When I really listen to it, I'm like, "Oh, avocado." I remember laying in bed one time and I'm like, all I can think about is avocado. And I was like, avocado with some like on like a sandwich thin. And I was like, "Oh, that like damn." And I was
I
like,
hope I feel like that post the
"Yeah, yeah,
show. Yeah,
yeah,
I hope I feel like just avocado and
avocado."
apples and
Yeah.
carrots.
But yeah, I think yeah, that post show again, like, and you don't have control.
No, like,
Like,
I after my show went out for dinner and everything and, like but I had planned to go out for dinner, and I think I finished at maybe probably, like, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and I spent that whole afternoon before I went out for dinner eating.
yeah.
I had popcorn, I had Tim Tams, I had a cheese and bacon roll, so, like, I was full before I even went out for
Oh,
dinner,
yeah.
but then I was like, "I'm going out for dinner, so I have to eat the
I have to
dinner,"
eat,
and
yeah.
then I went out for dessert, and I was eating those waffles with ice cream, and I felt
So
so
sick,
sick,
yeah.
but I finished the whole plate.
Did you throw up?
I didn't, but I felt incredibly
Oh,
ill
yeah, I did.
because I'm sitting there with the waffles thinking, "Oh my god, these waffles could get taken away." Like, it's hard to
Yeah.
describe. You think, "It's there, so I have to eat it
You have
now."
no rational thought
No.
whatsoever.
And you think but it's funny because I could eat it tomorrow. I could eat
Oh,
waffles
100%.
tomorrow if I wanted to, but
I
they're
think
in
it's the
front of me,
excitement as
so
well, like, the
yeah.
excitement of, like, eating again, even eating that kind of food again, and once you have a little bit of taste of it, you're like, "Oh, I want more." Like,
Yeah.
holy crap, it's literally a drug.
Some people, like, definitely have a very negative experience post-show. Like, I think you and I being quite lucky, like, I don't know
Yeah.
too much about your experience, but, like, a lot of people will go to McDonald's and get a family dinner box and then
Oh,
go to
yeah.
7-Eleven and get a 12-pack of Krispy Kreme donuts
Yeah.
and binge, and
Oh, yeah.
then people get into a binge eating cycle,
Cycle,
and it
yeah.
just goes the total opposite end of the spectrum, and they go
Yeah.
into a really dangerous binge eating pattern.
Yeah.
Like, personally, I didn't binge eat. Like, I definitely ate a lot of I was just more like eating lots of bits of
Bits of
things. Like, I
things,
was like, "Oh, I'm
yeah.
gonna go get 1 donut. I
Yeah.
want sushi, but I want a bit of fried rice. I want a bit of this. I want a bit of
Yeah.
that. I want a bit of
Yeah, you want
lollies."
that variety again.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
wasn't binging, so I'm
Yeah.
very lucky that I wasn't
Doing
binging
that, yeah, yeah.
because it can get really dangerous.
Oh, yeah, definitely, yeah. The other thing as well is that, like you said, like, so, yeah, you just don't I can't remember if you said it or I said it, but you just don't have the control, and the hardest thing is that you're like, "I just had control for 4 or 5 months. Why do
Why
I
can't I?
now? Why can't I
Yeah,
do it
I
now?"
definitely felt
And
that.
you get like, it's so frustrating, but you cannot help it, and it's like it's like your body's doing things before your brain really kinda has the option to, like, say, "No, I don't actually want that."
I remember crying to my mum probably 2 weeks after my show, like, crying, and I was like, "I feel so bad about everything I've put into my body, like, I wish I could take it back," because
Yeah.
I was getting on the scale and my clothes were starting to get tight. Like, I wasn't fat because
No.
I wasn't even where I was
No.
pre-comp,
No.
but I felt fat because all of a sudden my clothes started fitting again and
Yeah.
people started not being like, "Oh, you're so lean," and I actually remember a boy at work said to me at the gym, said, "Oh, you've put the weight back on quickly." That was probably what
Oh,
made me spiral a
you never
bit
told me that.
because he just didn't know, like obviously he didn't mean like, he was a bit of a dickhead, but, like, that was just kind of
Sounds
him,
like
but
it.
he obviously didn't think before he
Jerk.
spoke. But, yeah, I cried to my mum, and
Yeah.
I wanted to go into my stomach and
Yeah.
pull everything
All
out
the
that I'd
food.
eaten over the
Yeah.
last 2 weeks,
Yeah.
but I couldn't.
No.
But then that night, I probably just ate chocolate
I
anyway.
was gonna say that
Even
doesn't
though I was
mean
crying about it,
yeah.
I
Yeah.
still ate the food.
'Cause you just don't you can't rationally think
Yeah.
it through at all. I think as well, like, I've been through 3 seasons of this now, and by the end, I got to the realization that my body best responds in the recovery diet, not the reverse diet.
Yeah, we should talk about that. People there's
And
kind of 2
yeah,
options
there's
you
2
can go down.
options. So reverse dieting is trying to obviously, you don't wanna stay stage lean, that's never a good option. But trying to slowly bring up your calories, slowly bring up your body fat, and, like, kind of ever so slightly slowly doing it. Like, it can be your reverse diet can kinda last maybe 3 months or so sometimes before you go into a proper off season. Or there's um, what did I just say?
Recovery
Recovery,
option.
sorry.
You just did reverse, now
Yes, yeah.
recovery.
So or there's a recovery where you pretty much just gets to a point. I don't think it's really ideal for like people at the very start because you don't really know what your body kind of likes,
Mm,
and it's very easy to go too far with it. You put on weight, but then your body kind of like you are able to stop and have that control a little bit more once your body gets to a certain weight. So I know once I get to that like 72 to 74 kilos, that's where my body is most happy. That's where my hormones are regulated. That's where my sleep is better. My training's better. Everything is so much more better at that body weight. And my body weight, like my body will stop putting weight on. But I had to obviously I got to that point relatively quickly. Like if
mm.
I'm being honest, it was within a month or so. Um, so that's a big difference. But again, at the same time, like there's no way that I would be able to do a reverse diet. Absolutely not. There's
Yeah.
no way.
I
I'd feel like shit for so much longer.
Yeah, I think we tried to do reverse with me, but then
Yeah.
we ended up pretty much just doing recovery
Because your body
because
is gonna put that weight on,
yeah,
whether
whether you
you
like
wanna
it
do
or
it or not,
not,
whether you're
yeah.
doing cardio, whether you're doing, like, whether you're increasing your like, a 100 calorie increase per day, you better believe you're gonna put on a kilo in that week
And
because your body
I'm kinda
fucking
similar
wants
to
it.
you, like, I said to
Yeah,
you, I think when I was leading to my reverse, I was like, "Oh, I don't wanna go above 70." Like,
yeah,
I wanted to stay below 70 because I feel confident in my body at about like, I'm really confident in my body about 68,
68,
69
yeah.
kilos, like, I feel
Same,
happy.
same.
But my body
Doesn't
doesn't
care.
wanna be 69,
No.
70 kilos. My body wants to be 72
Yeah,
kilos.
yeah.
Mind you, like, not comparing weight, like, I'm a tall girl.
Yeah, same.
That's just a
Yeah, yeah,
number.
yeah.
But my body is just happy at 72.
Yeah.
So on 72, I can eat 3,500
Yeah.
calories, and I probably won't gain weight.
No.
But at 69 kilos, if I eat 3,500 calories, whoop, 72
Yeah,
kilos, like, overnight. My
100%.
body just wants to be
Yeah.
at that weight,
Well,
which
yeah.
is totally fine,
It's
which we
so
know that
fine.
now,
Yes,
that that's
exactly,
where
yeah,
my
and
body
I
is
think again,
comfortable.
it'll kind of, like, be good going into or I guess coming out of your next prep.
Mm.
As much as you want that, as much as you want it, because 'cause I'm the exact same. I'm like, "Oh, I reckon, like, 67 to 68 is, like, my ideal. I feel lean, I feel full,
Yeah.
I'm happy there." My body doesn't give a crap about
Yeah.
that. But it's good to kinda know, like, "Hey, once I get to this point, everything is regulated again. My body will stop putting weight on because,
Yeah.
I'll be able to stick to the plan and I won't have to do excessive amounts of cardio and all this kind of stuff. I'll be able to recover better." And yes, it does come with, because it's not just body fat straight away. There's puffiness and there's, water retention and there's all these other things that kind of come with it. But eventually it will kind of get to the point where, yes, it's body fat and that's where everything is regulated. Like I said, hormones are the biggest thing. Hormones they're not the be all and end all and the reason for everything, but they're a lot of a contribution, right? So when it comes to our hunger hormones and obviously our mood and our sleep and everything, hormones drive all of that stuff. But also like they need to be, somewhat regulated to be able to actually have all that level. So
Mm.
yeah, I completely agree though. Like, yeah, your body is definitely happy around that 72.
Yeah. But probably about 2 months post-show, I just felt like my face was
Oh
really
yeah, the
puffy and
face.
really
Oh,
like
same.
you just feel like you look like you could poke you and you'd
Totally.
burst like a
Yeah.
balloon. But then eventually
It does
your body goes,
re-regulate.
"Oh, okay, this is where we're supposed to be. We're
Yeah.
supposed to be healthy." You
Yeah.
get your cycle back
Yeah.
and that kind of subsides.
Yeah.
And then you start to feel like I think it probably like let's be real, it probably took me maybe 4 months
Yeah.
to feel confident in my post-show body.
Yeah. Oh,
Like
yeah. Yeah.
it
I
doesn't
remember
happen
you having like
overnight.
a check-in and you were like, um, said something about wearing shorts to the gym and it was like a big deal. Like it
Yeah.
was like, oh, like I can't remember if it was like I felt confident when I wore shorts or
I
I'm
think
gonna
I
wear
finally
shorts
felt confident
confident when you were
because
wearing
there was
them.
times
Yeah.
where I was putting because I don't like wearing leggings when I do lower body day. That's
Yeah.
just me.
Yeah.
Some people can, but I can't. So I was wearing shorts, but at the gym I felt disgusting. Like I felt uncomfortable.
And all you can think about is like, what are other people
Yeah,
thinking?
because they
Yeah.
saw me a few weeks ago looking completely different.
Yeah.
So you just think, oh my god, that person's looking at me going, oh, she's put on a
She's
lot
put
of
on
weight.
weight.
Like
Yeah.
that's it all goes
I
through your
I
head.
remember in this last one, I tried to kind of like be on my stories and stuff and be like, "Hey, this is like I know I've put weight back on. It's not
But you have to put the weight
you
back on.
have to do it."
Some
Like,
people think that they wanna stay at that lean condition,
yeah.
but what's that saying? You always feel there's some saying around being skinny. Skinnier always looks better than it feels.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, we hate skinny, but like, yeah, lean and,
lean,
oh, yeah,
you always
100%.
look way better than you feel.
Oh, yeah, definitely. The most yeah, people think, like, the best that you look, but it's you feel the worst ever.
Yeah,
And I always say to people, like, that's how you know crap, that's how you know that you're doing well, that is if you feel shit. No one's ever friggin' 2 weeks out being
yeah.
like, "Da, da, da, da,
Like, no
da,
offense, but
I
a
feel
lot of these
amazing."
people that you see that have these 8 packs and are lean constantly year round probably feel like shit half the time.
Oh,
They
yeah,
probably have bad sleep, out of
absolutely.
whack hormones, all over the shop with emotions.
Yeah,
Like, it's
they'd be on a friggin' roller coaster.
yeah.
Yeah,
So you have to get your body back to
or
a
they're on
healthy
gear.
state. Yeah, that's
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 a
a
big
whole
thing
'nother
too,
thing,
it's a whole
yeah.
'nother kettle of it.
They're just
Yeah.
cheating.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding, kidding.
Jokes.
R respect.
No, yeah, yeah, no beef. Um, yeah.
But yeah, I found post-show harder than probably prep.
Because it's hard, yeah, it's hard in every aspect. It's hard in your physical body. You have to accept that this is your new norm. Like you've slowly gotten used to, every day or every week you do your checking, you're like, okay, I'm a little bit leaner, I'm a little bit leaner. And it happens over such a slow period of time. And then post show, not so much.
It's overnight,
It's
like, it's
overnight,
literally the
it feels
next
like.
day.
And I even remember, like, I remember filming something, post show, like I was, back in Bathurst, where are we? Shell Harbour. What? Seriously, I'm like fucking prep brain. And I remember being like, "Oh my God, I've put so much weight on." And then now I look back at that video and I'm like, "You idiot. Like
Mm,
you were still so lean." But at
mm.
that time, because I was, I had probably put on like maybe 5 kilos, whatever. I was like, "Oh my God, I look so fat." Like, and I was in like an oversized tee and like tights, and I can still tell with how lean I
Yeah,
was.
but that's what the body dysmorphia is.
Oh,
You're not
massive.
seeing what you truly look like.
No, not at all.
Your brain is confused. It's
And
not
don't
sure.
care about what anyone else says. Like, because people have an opinion whether you're in prep and you're too skinny or you're too lean or
Mm.
whatever, you need to go and eat a cheeseburger.
"Oh, Dal, that's unhealthy. Eat some food."
Oh
Like,
my God. Yeah, you're gonna
yeah.
just a silly
"You're gonna
diet.
faint."
Oh
Like,
my God.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Um,
But then people have their opinions post-show
post show,
too. Like, "Oh,
exactly.
she's
Yeah.
put on a lot of weight
Yeah.
real quick."
Yeah,
Like, yeah.
exactly.
Or, "She's staying too lean." Like,
Yes, everyone has an opinion about everything, and yeah, I think you just need to kind of try your darndest to just shut it all
and
out
I
because
think
it doesn't
sometimes
matter.
people feel like they can almost have an opinion
Oh,
because you're
100%.
you're definitely putting yourself out there. Like, you're gonna get on stage in a bikini and you're telling everyone about your prep journey, especially like a lot of competitors are quite vocal on social media. So and I think that people think that gives them the right
Right,
to
yeah.
kind of comment
Say
on the way
something.
you're looking or
Yeah, yeah.
but it doesn't.
But really, like, we're doing that to kind of bring awareness to, other competitors and stuff like
Mm.
that, but also bring education, like, "Hey, I'm post-show and I don't have any control when it comes to food. Don't go and buy me a friggin' 12 pack of donuts because you better
Yeah.
believe I'm gonna smash that."
Yeah. Like,
Whole
if you
thing
wanna
in
buy
one
me
sitting.
something, buy me a little chocolate bar. Like,
Yeah, like, yeah, that's what
you don't
my
need to go excessively and get me
yeah,
like, I think I
exactly.
got you a little bag of Reese's
Yeah, yeah,
peanut
yeah,
butter cups.
yeah, and so did one of my friends. She bought me a big bunch of flowers and she put like a Reese's, like the 2
Yeah.
little peanut butter cups in there. Perfect.
Yeah.
Absolutely perfect. Yeah,
There's no need
there's
to
no
go
need
and
to
eat
go and
because
yeah.
who like, when I'm in off season, I'm not gonna eat 12 donuts, so
No.
don't buy me 12
Yeah.
donuts just because
Also,
I
if
finished
you're in
prep.
prep, especially in your first prep, do not go and buy things. You will be covered, your feed will be covered in food videos.
Mm.
Like that's also unfortunately really normal. You'll watch food videos, you'll watch like people eating, you watch mukbangs and all that kind of whatever they're called.
It's gonna be there when you finish.
And honestly, you won't even want it when you
Yeah.
finish.
The
Like,
only thing that I have bought the only thing I bought last time was Easter eggs, but
yeah,
that's because I'm prepping during Easter and I can't get
you
Easter
can't get
eggs when
Easter
I
eggs. Yeah,
finish.
exactly. That's
That's the
actually
only
valid.
thing I bought.
Yeah.
But, like, people go and buy, like, popcorn and chips. I'm like, "But that's
You
gonna be on the shelf in 6 months'
yeah,
time.
exactly.
So just buy it when you can
And
buy it."
chances are, like we were saying the other week, that when you're walking around Woolies and you're no longer in prep, guess what? You're not really gonna care about that popcorn and
Yeah,
chips. Like,
exactly.
it's gonna be like, "Oh, is it actually really worth it?" No.
Yeah. I've heard of people, like, buying stuff and putting it in their bedside drawer.
I remember seeing a girl's story and her whole freezer, or I can't remember if it was a freezer. I think it was a freezer and then like a cupboard, like yeah, her bed, like a bedside table drawer
Yeah,
full of shit.
yeah. But
Full of it.
why when you can buy it
Yeah.
unless, like, you did when you compete
I was
overseas
just
and
about to
things
say
like
that. I
that. Like,
definitely did in Canada. My
yeah.
little like wheelie on bag full of food.
Which is so fair because You're not gonna
Yeah,
go back to
yeah, it was all
Canada
stuff.
tomorrow,
Yeah,
like
exactly. What did I do with my ear? Like, fucking, like,
I don't know what's going on there.
something's happening.
But
Um,
yeah, the food's gonna be
that's
there.
yeah,
It's gonna
definitely.
be there in 6 months' time, it's gonna be there in a year,
Yeah.
like, don't
And it's
rush.
really, truly not even as good as what you think it is gonna be in
No,
your head
it's really
in
not worth
any
it.
way.
No.
Like, you'll just be like, "Oh." It's exciting right at the start, like that first, few little bites or whatever, like, of something. Yes, absolutely. That's
Mm.
pretty normal. But when you kind of it's all you're having, you're just like, "Why am I even eating this?" And
Yeah.
that's what I just try and tell my clients. I'm like, "Just try and think, do I actually want this? A, why do I want this? Because maybe it's that you're tired or stressed or whatever. But B, like, what's it actually gonna do for
'Cause a
you?"
lot of it is you're just doing it
Because you can.
because
Yeah.
you couldn't for so long.
Yeah, yeah.
So
And that's where
you
that lack of
yeah.
control comes from.
Like, I would get stuff that I wouldn't even like before
Mm,
prep, like
yeah.
and then now I look back and I go, "What?"
Do
Like
you still not like Biscoff?
no, see, that's the thing,
I remember you saying that. I'm
I
like,
didn't
"What?"
like Biscoff before I did my first prep,
Yeah,
but then during the end of my prep, I was like, "Oh my god, all I want is Biscoff." Now
yeah.
I like Biscoff,
Yeah. I remember you saying that, and I was like,
but
"What?"
like, you just don't even think
Everything
about yeah,
changes. Yeah.
everything on your view on everything changes,
Oh,
and you
yeah.
want what you can't have,
Yeah.
essentially.
I think as well the other thing, sorry, I just keep thinking of little things that, like, as we're talking,
Yeah.
your tolerance for people will be very, very low.
Oh, yeah,
You just
100%.
won't like, your people pleasing, that will
Goes out
come
the
down,
window,
goes out the
yeah.
window just because you just don't have the patience and the tolerance for stupidity or people that are rude or, like,
Mm.
impatience or anything. Like, it's just yeah, which
And
I
that just
think
comes
is
back to
actually good.
it comes back to fatigue.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. But honestly, I think it's kind of good because then, especially for like, I am such a big people pleaser and it's really not great. But I think that, like, if someone pisses me off or whatever, like, I didn't really care too much to be like, "Oh, okay, like, that's fine." I'd be like, "No, no, that's shit." Or, like, I would, I don't know,
Stand up
like,
for yourself a
stand
little
up
bit
for
more.
myself more.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, which I think is, better for sure. But at the same time, I think it just kinda makes you realize what you actually are willing to put up with, slash,
Mm.
you know, um yeah, and I think that does kinda come with maybe, like, a little bit of, like, moodiness and stuff like that.
Yeah, 100%. You're
But
definitely more moody.
it's definitely I'm gonna say, look, I'm full transparency, I'm gonna say it's a better like, it's a positive out of prep.
Yeah, 100%, especially for people like yourself that
You're not out
can
here just
be
calling people, assholes for no reason, like,
yeah,
it's valid
no.
reasons, but
Well, that's
yeah,
like I am
just kinda say
now,
your mind.
like, I know I'm only, like, 6 weeks in, but I'm usually would walk into the gym without my earphones in, but now I just walk into the gym with my earphones in. But that's purely because I'm trying to just stay in my own lane.
Yeah,
Like,
you
there's a
don't want
couple
anyone
of
to
other people
influence
in the
you.
gym who, like, are in prep, and but I'm just like, "I'm just here to do my own thing.
Yeah,
I'm focusing on myself. I'm
yeah,
focusing on my own journey,"
yeah,
which is
which
totally
is
fine.
good, definitely
Yeah,
good.
and
Yeah.
that's another, like, probably piece of advice, if you see someone in the gym who's, like, in prep, unless they're, like, your close friend, like, I'll go up to Beck if she's got
Oh, yeah.
earphones in, because
Yeah,
like, what's she gonna do?
yeah,
Punch me?
yeah.
No. I'll punch her back.
I'm like, "Hi."
But, like, if you just see someone that you kind of know, like, with their headphones in, hat on, like, in prep, in the gym, don't go up to them.
Don't go up to them,
Like, give them a
absolutely not.
wave or, like, a smile, but, like, don't make them take their earphone
Earphones out.
out.
Oh, especially if they're mid-session.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely not. No, no. It is, like, the hardest thing to do your session when you're in prep. Don't go and make it so much harder by
No.
talking to them. Like, love that, great. We wanna be friendly. Just give them a little hey. Just
Yeah,
give 'em
like,
a
we
little,
love that you wanna kinda know how we're going, and, like, some people will be like, "How's prep going?"
"How
And
far out are you?"
yeah, like,
That used to cheer
just
me so much.
kind of be aware of sort of like, are they looking at you or are they avoiding eye contact?
Yeah,
Like,
yes,
if I'm
yeah.
looking at you and I go like that, by all means, like,
Absolutely,
go
come
up
and
to
have
the
a chat.
person, but if they're avoiding eye contact
Yeah.
and putting their head down, it's because they're tired,
They
they
don't
just wanna
wanna
get in, they just wanna do their
get it
session and
done.
get out. Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely a big thing. Yeah. It's so hard though when you work in the gym.
Yeah, because you know everyone.
I had to. I would remember I would try and train, like, between 7 and 8 or 8:30 just so because the gym was so much quieter, and I was
There would be
like,
times where, like, members would come in, "Oh, how's prep going?" And I just would go, "Yeah, good."
"Yeah, it's prep is
Like, at
prepping."
the start, you definitely elaborate more, but I'm just like, "Yeah, good."
Yeah, because at the end of the day,
What am
I
I
know
gonna say?
we're
I'm
gonna give you prep
fucking
updates all the time.
hungry,
Yeah.
I'm tired, like, what do you want me to say?
Yeah.
Like, what are you gonna say to make me feel better? Like,
Yeah,
there's not a
absolutely
lot you can
nothing.
say.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's probably
I
pretty
think
much
that's pretty
it.
good. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that there's so much. There's so much. We could
There's
probably
literally
go
so we
for
could sit
hours and
here
hours
all
and
day.
hours. But yeah, definitely
And
good things
everyone's
too.
different again.
Oh, yes,
Everyone's different.
massively. Yeah. These are just some things that we kind of experience.
Mm.
I don't know if I mentioned it, but the heartburn post-show
Oh, yeah, I don't
for
think you did
me,
mention it.
oh, I remember I was in a PT session and I was gonna throw up, and then I had to go. I had a little break, a half an hour break. I ran to Chemist Warehouse, got some, like, really strong antacid, had them, threw up. And I was like, "I'm so sorry. I'm gonna have to." I had to cut a PT session short, which, like, if you know me,
You would
or
never do that.
never,
Yeah.
I will go on my deathbed. And I was like, I could not stop throwing up. It was so bad. But it's because, like, sometimes it's interesting, like, because again, you get so low in your fats and stuff. When
Mm.
you start to have higher fats, it actually relaxes your esophageal tract, and
Yep.
then therefore your stomach acid can kind of the fumes and stuff come up,
Yeah.
and that's what
And
it
your
is.
body's not used to you putting that much fat or that much carbs into your
Yeah,
body.
not at
So
all.
your
Yeah,
body
it
goes into
responds. It
overdrive.
tells you that
Yeah.
it's too
It
much.
tells you, it goes,
Yeah, and
"You
I'm
haven't been doing
what
this. You haven't been doing this. What are you
Yeah,
doing?"
I'm what, August, September, October, November, December, January, February. I'm almost however many I just did, 8, 7 to
Yeah.
8 months post-show now, and I'm still getting
Yeah, wow.
every now and again, like, I know that I ate too much ice cream on the weekend,
Yeah.
and that's kinda, or, like, too like, consecutively, like, I don't eat too much of it
Yeah,
because I
okay.
know when to stop,
Yeah.
but maybe it was just too like, I had it maybe 2 nights in a row, and my body was like, "No, no, 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 done." Or I had too much cheese or
Mm.
something, I don't know. But yeah, like, even yeah, just those little things, and again, it's not gonna be for everyone, but, oh, that was
Yeah, like,
rough.
personally, I don't experience that.
Oh, so rough. But anyway, just to end on that random note.
And then acid reflux.
Yeah, acid reflux, yeah, throwing up. Oh, yeah, anyway, but that's our little episode for today.
Yeah, episode 6.
Yes,
Thanks for tuning in.
thank you, thank you. Welcome back slash thanks for coming and listen
Yeah.
to all the episodes beforehand because
Yeah.
I think they're really insightful.
Yeah, and hopefully when you're listening, you're like, "Oh, it's sounding better each episode."
Yeah, hopefully.
Hopefully.
I feel like we're pretty chill.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway.
We literally come in with, like, no structure. We just
Oh,
have
we
a
just
good yap
chat.
most of
Yeah,
the time,
which is
so
I think that kind of makes it, I don't know, hopefully easy to listen to, but
yeah,
let us know
hopefully.
though what you let us
Not
know your
too rigid.
thoughts. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. But yeah, definitely, improving for sure, I feel like.
Yeah, but as always, give us a follow, give us a like, comment. We'll have to do, like, a Q&A episode, I think,
Oh, yes,
coming
definitely
up.
wanna do that.
That would
Yeah,
be
I
good
definitely wanna do
fun.
that for sure. Maybe
So,
on, like, our 10th episode or something, so that'll
yeah.
be coming up.
Yeah.
That sounds good. Alright, well,
Woo!
thank you so much, guys, and we will
See
be back in your ears next week.
yeah, thanks,
Bye.
bye.